Hello, Tatiana here. Welcome on Alt Control. We're at the GDC where we're going to show you all the amazing games from alt.ctrl.GDC this year. Let's go! That's alt.ctrl.GDC for you.
My name is Laura Mang. I brought Blossom. It's a pop-up book alt-controller game. It's an interactive narrative about a girl named Blossom, and actually kind of goes through the stages of her life and the growing pains of, growing up, trying to figure out life as you go. Yeah, so Blossom's actually my MFA thesis project. I always loved pop-up books as a medium, and I knew I wanted to do something personal to me. So I kind of just put those things together, and my advisor, Marcy, helped me out a lot, and really pushing me to make this game, so I really have to thank her a lot. And so I was just like, you know what, let's make pop-up books more fun, let's do it. Each chapter has its own mini game and mini mechanic that is narratively controlling what's happening on screen. So for each mini game, there's things like dials that you turn to listen more closely to a conversation, or we also have a button input for a piano that we made out of copper tape, so you can actually play the piano on screen as well as in the book. So a bunch of small interactions in each page that you can control. I would love to do more with it. I think as I was making the game, I realized how meaningful it was to me, but then now being here at GDC, seeing how other people really resonate with the story. So I'd love to look more at museum installations, or just submitting it to other conferences and just seeing where that goes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm Charlie Tipping. I'm a 3D artist and musician, and this is our game, Heist 98. All right, so Heist 98 is a asymmetrical multiplayer experience where players go head-to-head. Basically, one player is the thief, trying to go around this art museum and steal all this valuable art, and the other player is the security guard, who's on the cameras and trying to scope them out, and try to trap them and steal all their valuable, So we're all big fans of heist movies here at the team, and we're also big fans of, late 90s games. So we thought, kind of a cool blend of the two would be nice. A big inspiration was Metal Gear Solid, kind of in that PS1 sort of style. So we thought, it would be really cool if we made kind of a co-op game where one player has to kind of stealth around this museum and kind of in that heist movie sort of style. So yeah. So we have a couple ideas. We were thinking about making a Steam version and kind of translating it to a more traditional control scheme. But the issue is we don't really want to lose that visceral feel of the controls, because I think especially with the thief player, there's a lot to be said about the sort of tactile nature of tip-tapping along to run throughout this museum. So if we can find out a way to make that work, that would be great. But if not, there's been a couple museums that have actually reached out to us and wanted permanent installations for our game. So if we could manufacture it into some way, that'd be great. So yeah.
So cool. Thank you so much, Charlie.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm Peter Gunther. I'm a master's student at Michigan State University. The game is Unicycle Samurai. It is a bloody but lighthearted duel to the death on unicycles. We have an alt controller. You control by leaning forward or back to control your speed, and you twist your hips to control your turning. You then have a couple of foot pedals. You don't have to pedal to move, that's the lean, but the right foot pedal is going to activate certain power-ups. If you pick up landmines or you pick up throwing stars, that's going to drop the landmine, throw the throwing star. And the left foot pedal is going to give you a dash. It's going to give you a quick burst of speed forward. So it started in a pre-production class at MSU. We were given 5 randomly generated titles. So basically 15 words, and we were told you can mix and match, come up with a couple of game titles, come up with your first choice, come up with your second choice. It was a little bit slim pickings. So Enraged Unicycle Samurai was a clear winner. Our backup was Knight of the Crystal Battleships, and we didn't really have great ideas for that. But then the next step was to take that title and start ideating what are some features, what are some mechanics, what is going to make a game with that title. And so we came up with a number of ideas, but we basically landed on an arena battler where you are, it's almost like a dogfight, like an aerial dogfight, how you're maneuvering and outmaneuvering and trying to get in to get that hit without being hit yourself. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Peter.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Yu Xuan, and now I'm a grad student at Carnegie Mellon University. Our program is entertainment technology, and this is the game we make for one of our class projects. It's called 2x4 Racing. It's a two-person cooperative racing game. So the two drivers, they are driving the same car at the same time, back to back, facing opposite direction. So it's one of the worst ideas in real world, but it's really fun when it's a game. So the front person is steering, the back person is controlling the engine crank, which is the speed of the car. Here is the twist. Anytime any person press any button on the controller, the role will be swapped. And there will be a fuel tank on the corner, and running out of fuel is game over. That's the only way to die in the game. So you really want to watch on it, and when you see this balloon, you have to press button within the zone under the balloon to refill your fuel tank. And that's pretty much it. Complete one lap to win. The faster, the better. We're gonna have 3 leaderboards: the best lap time, most cow hit, and least cow hit. So you can go anyway.
Thank you.
Sure.
My name is Solway Sai from Toronto. Cosmic Crew is the 2 players co-op game. Like one is playing the role of shooting, is the gunner, and another is the mechanics to fix the spaceship. We have the design challenge jam in our college. It's kind of like a week to build the demo through the cardboard, and we keep developing it in 3 or 4 months, and we got this kind of build right now. Future, we just want to make it an arcade game later. That's our plan. We have like 4 total in our group, so we maybe need to discuss with them when we're back to Toronto.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My name is Erin J.K. Truesdell, and I am the developer of Haber Dasher. So I am a PhD candidate at Georgia Tech, where I study how we can build collaborative controllers. I was thinking through ways that we can build controllers that are large and shared and wearable, and the idea of 2 people wearing a hat came to me. I doodled 2 stick figures wearing a gigantic hat, and that was where this all started.
Awesome.
This is my second GDC. My first one, I came to the Alt Control Showcase and said, this is amazing, and it's been such a huge inspiration for the work that I'm doing now.
What's the future for that game?
Great question. I'm really hoping to bring it to more festivals. It's not something where I can ship it to people's homes because nobody has a giant hat. But it's been really great to have it in a space like this. I get a lot of weird looks from people walking by, a lot of people asking, what is that? Why did you make it like this? And it's been really great kind of having those folks come by and do that.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Erin.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Leo Cohen. This is Spencer Cohen.
Yep, I'm Spencer Cohen.
No relation, actually.
Yeah, we're actually not brothers, just same last name.
But, so our other partner is Richard Valet. He's the main researcher on this technology. He's been doing it for a very long time. Is completely fabric controllers. So this is just a pillow, right? But also a touchpad. So this is going straight and this is turning. So it gets the position like from here to here as an analog value. And so you can get the entire like range of motion on there just the same as your like phone screen. And so like this is reverse. And so
it started initially as just a kind of an exploration of what we can do in terms of like fabric-based sort of like sensitive skins.
Infinite number of possibilities for this kind of technology.
You could use for wearable technology, and it can be done in any size and form factor. And we're just really excited to show off this very versatile technology.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
My name is Leo Turis. So the game we made is called Atomik. It's a game about defusing a nuclear power plant which is about to explode. You have a manual and a machine, and you have to use the manual to read what's on the screen, and the manual gives you instruction to use the machine to solve them, basically. So far, there's not many planned. This is a student project, so it was just made like just for the GDC, basically. But I mean, you never know what might happen, so I mean, I guess we'll see. But so far, not much planned.
Thanks a lot, Leo.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Fooscade. I'm the producer and designer for our game Funny Kitty Stick. It's an out-control game. Basically, you can use a cat stick controller to lure the cat around and having fun in the single room. There's a lot of objects in the room you can have the cat interact with, and we're trying to mimic experience of just having fun and chilling out. Yeah, so I think the mechanic basically you are using the controller to move the position in the game of the cat stick, and you can lure the cat to guide the cat to explore around the room, like jumping on the chair, like taking out the cup on the desk, jumping on the bed or something. It's basically like a simulating experience that you interact with the cat in a single room. But it's more like a sandbox mode. Like you have a playground, you kind of try to admire the cat's animation, trying to, for example, to just having fun with some random movement like that. Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you for saying. Thank you for telling.
Hi, so my name is Han, H-O-N-G Han, and we built this game Fooscade with my partner Yishuan Liu. So yeah, this is our game Fooscade, yeah. So it's football plus arcade. So we built this kind of arcade experience with this kind of very custom-made controller. It's like a Pong game, football, Pong, whatever you want to define it. But yeah. So for us, we both not game developer or game designer. I am a hardware developer and a industrial designer. So I have a lot of like this slider potential, like knob components. So just a random experience, I found this kind of mechanics, and then I think this mechanics is really fun. And then I'm thinking about how to adapt it with a virtual experience. So for the first, like most initial prototype, it's just putting the most original Pong game into it. And then we iterate, adding this kind of football narrative into the game, and here we are. This it's still a prototype, but yeah, this is kind of where we are right now.
So cool.
Yeah, thank you so much.
What's the plan for the future?
Oh, for the future, so yeah, there's so many. Okay, there's us for development side. The controller, the physical part, is not that durable, so maybe make it more durable, more stable. And in the games, there's a lot of physical bug. A lot of stuff. We can design level, we can design different player type. Yeah, so there's a lot more stuff to develop. But in case for like business side, yeah, we can make it like a cabinet, try to sell it to some barcade or bars that would love to have this kind of arcade game in their environment. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm Christopher Bobolo, and our game we have here is Stump'd. It's basically a woodchop axe game that we have over here. Basically, we have this axe that we slam down onto our detection pad that makes a chop into our game. And then we also have our foot pedal over here. Whenever we get any pesky raccoons, we just chop them and we just trash anytime you see them. So originally we had a prototype that we did in Sheridan College. We had like a sort of game jam, and we did the prototype in about 4 days. Our design challenge was basically to make an alt-controller game at the time. And eventually we just kept working on it. Meanwhile, we had school. So we started this project in October, very end, early November. And we worked on it for 2 months, then we submitted to alt.ctrl.GDC, worked on it for 3 more, and then eventually we ended up here. So that's how it all started. The one thing that we were talking about too for game-wise was we also wanted to do sort of like a boss fight sort of situation. So kind of like after you get to like 10,000 points or a certain amount of points, we'd have Borf kind of expand, and he would start throwing objects at you rapidly, and you'd have like a time bar to start chopping and trashing all the objects over there. But yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for the time.
Marcus Kafka.
I'm Jaden Galita.
This is Gilliam's Great Escape. It's a golf game that controls using a toaster. So you just press down the lever and release, and it shoots our character Gilliam. He's a fish out, and you're trying to get him into the kitchen sink.
It's essentially golf, but instead of your ball and your club, you're using a toaster and a fish.
Obviously.
Yes,
Yeah,
makes sense. Makes sense.
The level design, so we want to emphasize goofiness. So we're trying. A lot of levels are designed to encourage skipping sections of them.
Yeah, a lot of the levels were designed just to have like those really funny moments where like you expect the fish to do one thing, but then it goes and does something completely different, and then you're kind of just in shock, and then you try it again and it does what you want, but then the next shot it doesn't. So it's just wacky, good, really lighthearted fun.
So it was for a game jam at school, and when we were brainstorming, we were watching tactical reload videos. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but we were watching compilation, and the guy was reloading a toaster, and he kind of like sprung the toast out of the with the lever, and then we realized, like, that's quite an intuitive launching motion. So then from there, we kind of built the game around the toaster. So that's what you see here now. So
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Sarah Brujoli, so I'm a student at Rubica. It's a French school. We brought with my team the game that's called Grocery Trip that you can see right behind me. It's a shopping cart simulator where two players have to navigate a shopping center and grab as many objects as they can and punch customers out of the way. This was a school project, so we only had a limited time to come up with a pitch, and I was looking for ideas, and I actually went to do my groceries one night, and I was having a really bad day, and a guy stopped in front of me in the aisles of the supermarket, and I was so frustrated because I was like, oh my god, this is so annoying, can you move? And I was so happy when he finally moved, and I was like, that's actually a good game idea. What if I could punch people in the supermarket to get to my objective as fast as possible? So yeah, the idea came up like that.
Thanks a lot, Sarah.
Thank you.
Hi, so yeah, my name is Joey Abejo. I'm part of S213 here. We're actually presenting our game called Paper Gliders. Paper Gliders over here you can see in our amazing contraption. There's going to be two ropes or two handles there that you can pull, and if you pull on the right, then you can swerve to the right, and if you pull to the left, you can swerve to the left. So we actually looked into a lot of other submissions in the alt.GDC game, and we actually found this game called Ruin Climbers, and how they work is you pull a rope and then you actually start climbing on in their ruins. I really love that concept, and I want to figure out how can I try to replicate that into a different type of game. And I said I want to try to do a paragliding game, but with the pulling. So yeah, no, I was able to just research a lot about paragliding and just try to get the feeling of how does paragliding work? How does pulling bowstrings work? Do you go up? Do you go up all the way? We did a lot of Jeopardies. If you go all the way up, then yeah, you just go straight up. But yeah, other than that, from what I've heard, a lot of people really like our controls, and it feels just almost like paragliding. So the plan for the future, we actually don't know yet. A lot of people are saying that this can be really helpful for new students trying to learn how to paraglide, but also just for physical therapy. So we had those in mind with our design process, but if we're able to find the right people, we hopefully could try to talk something through. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Joey.
No, thank you so much.
Hi, so we are French Keys. My name is Ocean.
And I'm Clément.
And we are here to present our game InTIErrupted. So InTIErrupted is a two-player co-op game where you and your friends are supposed to be at a family dinner, quite boring, and so you want to take things to the bedroom. But because you were so in a hurry, you've lost the keys inside this beautiful tie that your grandmother gifted you. And so you have to resolve little puzzles to untie the tie and find where are the keys. But be careful because you are supposed to be still eating with everyone at the table, and so some people might come by and ask, why are you here? So you have little excuses let me present them to you. So you have the little lamp here to say, oh, I'm just changing the light bulb, or the book or the chair to say that are you lounging around or just looking through information.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my name is Elo. Yeah, so YettiBebbis puppeting the cards. So you play this game using your puppeteering machine, separate to general control and body movements. So for the general control, we use gyroscope sensor to detect acceleration. And we can map this acceleration to jump detection and also move around. And for the body movement, as you can see, each wire is wired to player fingers. And each wire connects to a weight. And there's a ton of distance sensor beneath it. And we're mapping the distance data to the rotation range of the limbs and body to do bowing and waving hands movement. That's a cool idea. Yeah, so we initially made it for the university festival. So we invited friends to here. So we're thinking about rather than making a pure virtual video game, we're bringing some on-site location-based entertainment experience to them. So we're making this game for the puppeteering feeling, but we're also tuning some stuff from the traditional puppeteering stuff to our this control scheme. For the future, we're thinking about two paths. So one for this is simplify it and maybe bring it to you can assemble it in your home. It's kind of like Nintendo Labo stuff. And the second part is do the scene park entertainment part. So we are doing more scene decoration and more complicated but more immersive controller schemes in the future. So we're thinking about both parts.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
My name is Stella Golden.
My name is Justin Finular.
We brought the kitchen Cauldron. So it's an interactive 3-person experience. So basically we have a chef station, a barista station, and a server station. So everybody's collaborating together for the goal of making the main character as much money as possible. So for example, our server will get the order and then she will shout it out to the other two, to the chef and to the barista. And then the chef and barista will make the food and then send it to the server. So that's kind of the roughness of what it is.
Well, it first started off as a class at for Art Center College of Design. I was teaching a course where we really wanted to bring in more of an immersive take onto alt controllers, which was a prerequisite class, and then really build out like not just the alternative controller side of things, but like the story and the narrative there, and also create a physical world that embodied those alternative controllers. So it started off as a class. The students did an amazing job in 10 weeks of development time, and there was about 7 of them that really pushed the project forward. After that, a lot of them have graduated and are now going in their own directions, going to studios, their own practices, and things like that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Before I wrap up, there is someone I forgot to interview this year, none other than your host herself, along with her partner in crime, Olivier Drouet. I'll be adding some voiceover to footage we captured at GDC 2023. Our showcased project titled Attack of the Bric-a-Brac isn't just a single game, but rather a collection of games under the umbrella concept I've coined as make and play in my PhD. These are craft kits or a tutorial guiding you through building a controller before diving into the game, like Nintendo Labo or Gambiabo. I truly believe this is an exciting frontier, and I had the opportunity to give a talk about it this year at GDC. You can catch it on the GDC Vault. Now, coming from Paris, we weren't able to bring much with us, but we did manage to bring along one controller made with our students during a workshop. This controller is for a game where you control a cow to recreate the Milky Way, and the controller, it's a wearable cow suit that requires you to milk yourself to play. For one of our racing games, we crafted miniature working horses to bring along. Let's not forget our pit stop in Boulder, Colorado, where students and teachers collaborated on making a turtle suit for a voice and mouse controlled runner game. For more information on Attack of the Bric-a-Brac or any of the other projects I mentioned, you'll find plenty of details in the description below. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll come back with info from alt.ctrl.GDC 2024 soon. Until next time, take care and be playful.